Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 28-yard line.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And a give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And 15.
Third and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Titans nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. It's Russell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. This is out quickly to the right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
To A.J. Brown.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
The Titans first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Russell. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, they start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Texans take over first
That
down.
was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
The pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Titans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch 9, watch 9. Single, single slot. Watch the
On first down, Parker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Steven Sims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Texans 28, Titans nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Texans 35, Titans nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A quick throw here out to Brown. 7 yards, the pick up there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let him know. 29 is Mike.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just, hey, alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry. 27, check, Mike, 27. Hey.
Now Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Russell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 8 yards on
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike. Run. Got you. Mike 27.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 27. Mike 27.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
For Jonnu Smith. Incomplete. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Move. King. Four down. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You don't know no better. Check.
Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
The contact brings up 2nd and goal.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike 27.
Mayfield on play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
To throw, Mayfield. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Russell. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Texans' 4-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down. It's Barker, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Titans 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Put the points down, he's coming. Watch the slants, watch the slant.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. That is caught at the 7. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Watch the run, watch the run. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll try to run this one in. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Kill, kill, kill. 36, 36. Hey, we got to snap out.
They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Mayfield on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Check pass, check pass. Mike 29.
First down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Titans 10.
first down throw for Mayfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Hurry! Y'all playing the wrong football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things, though, a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Josh Lambo is set to...
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the run, Watson going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
That's good.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
All day, dog.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing on third down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Titans 16.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
What's tight? Tight is right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Mayfield's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tennessee.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running out of the wild.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And it's 3rd down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your perm.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Barker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 52's the money. Check 52's the money. Run. Let's go back to the offense. Let's go. Hurry. 52, Mike 52. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. The open man is Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
5-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's
score,
one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spin the whole thing. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?